तू कमले बना के रखते गल्लां बिलो चकमी जी फील दियां अख तेरी डूंगी जही झील दियां गुत्त तेरी जिवें सपनी मुंडे लैंदे तेरा नाम बिलो जपनी बुल्लियां नू सोहणिए गुलाब कहां चढ़िया हुसन बेहिसाब कहां I love bitches, I love you You got me babe, I got you फिकर कातिल अखियां blue तोड़ तेरी रहिंदियां नी लगी मुंडे नू I love bitches, I love you You got me babe, I got you फिकर कातिल अखियां blue तोड़ तेरी रहिंदियां नी लगी मुंडे नू ओ मेरे फोन विच बिलो तेरियां ही फोटोआं ते फोटोआं च मुंडे दा सकूनी राज तारे खाने तैनू धरती तो वेखदा ए जगे जिवें अंबरां ते मूनी नी तू इन्नी ए हसीन लिट हो जवे ज़मीन इन्नी ए हसीन लिट हो जवे ज़मीन असी जीने आ बिलो नी तेरे करके नशा जिहा फुल हो गया अज सोहणी जी कुड़ी नू टच करके नशा जिहा फुल हो गया सोहणी जी कुड़ी नू टच करके नशा जिहा फुल हो गया I love bitches, I love you You got me babe, I got you फिकर कातिल अखियां blue तोड़ तेरी रहिंदियां नी लगी मुंडे नू I love bitches, I love you You got me babe, I got you फिकर कातिल अखियां blue तोड़ तेरी रहिंदियां नी लगी मुंडे नू अखां ते शेर तेरे वेंगे आए तेरे फपदे आ लहंगे झुम के तां गल्लां नाल खैंदे गब्बरू दी जान कट लैंदे ओ जीन वाली जैकटां दे नाल चूड़ियां बल्ले नी रकाने मैचिंगां ने पूरियां दसांजां वाले नाल दस कातों दूरियां अज पुੱਛ लेना तैनू हत्थ फड़ के नी नशा जिहा फुल हो गया अज सोहणी जी कुड़ी नू टच करके नशा जिहा फुल हो गया सोहणी जी कुड़ी नू टच करके नशा जिहा फुल हो गया I love bitches, I love you You got me babe, I got you फिकर कातिल अखियां blue तोड़ तेरी रहिंदियां नी लगी मुंडे नू I love bitches, I love you You got me babe, I got you फिकर कातिल अखियां blue तोड़ तेरी रहिंदियां नी लगी मुंडे नू
What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome to the All Sauce team right here on the Betting News Network. This is Saucy Sundaze. Excited to have you guys here with the little peaches to get you rocking and rolling. That's my dog, V-Sauce. That is Just Soak. My name is Sweatpants Jesus. Stoked to have you guys here right here on the channel. Got a lot of viewers today. Excited to have you guys here to talk all about this beautiful NBA slate. The NFL is laid to rest. We will not have NFL Sundays for 6 months as the NFL is now in off season. But it's okay because Sundays is now the NBA day. We got a massive slate today, boys. Lots to talk about. Vibes are high. Excited to have you guys with us. Brought to you by our sponsors at BetOnline. You guys can bet everything that we're going to talk about today and so much more at BetOnline. Get a $1,000 deposit bonus and $10 dropped into your account with that QR code at the top corner of the screen. Boys, ready to rock and roll. We got an early game that we're going to talk about in just a few minutes, but the vibes are high. How are we living?
Vibes are fantastic, dude. No football on Sundays, but Sundays are now meant for this right here. The All Sauce.
All
team.
sauce.
Yeah,
All sauce team, baby.
Saucy
All sauce team, baby. Absolutely. We got a lot of people viewing on Twitter via our friend Chef T. Chef will probably be joining us at some point throughout the show, but you guys know he's a busy man, so he may not stop by. But if you want a little bit better viewing experience, come hang out with us on Twitch, twitch.tv/bettingnews. It is free to watch with us over on Twitch. You get entered in giveaways, and the vibes are high over here too. So feel free to come and hang out with us. Like I said, it's free. If you want to sub on the channel, feel free to as well. But we got lots of vibes over here on Twitch, so come and kick it with us over there as well. Or on YouTube. We got a lot of YouTube viewers too. Like when the YouTube vibes are high as well. But it's going to be a good day today, boys. Like I said, we got the early game. We got the Knicks and the Celtics tipping off here in the next hour and a bit, or like I guess 50 minutes or so. That game will tip off. So what we'll do today, chat, is we are going to go game by game as we always do on the All Sauce team. We'll go game by game with you guys and get involved with every single game today because there's a massive slate, like I said. But what we're going to do is we're going to cook an SGP for this first game that we talk about. There's also then an early game as well for the with the Mavericks taking on the Warriors which is like at 2:30 Eastern. So we'll kind of go that. We'll go 2 early games, spend a little more time with those because they'll be kind of first up on the docket, and then we'll go game by game after that to give you guys the vibes. As always, we'll cook a slate lay, so we will put together one play from every single game that we find that we like, that we all can agree on, which I'm sure we'll find 7,000. But we'll cook an SGP for this first game, which, Hovey, just for you, Knicks Celtics. Love to see it. Twitch.tv/betting news. If you have not joined us on X, or if you're joining us on X, if you want to keep watching on X, that's fine. Wherever you're viewing us, we don't care. You're just glad you're here. But if you want a better viewing experience, come and kick it with us over on Twitch. You get the noties every time we go live. We go live every single day, talking sports, talking bets, and vibing out. Let's just.
You're
I just
in the
want
right place, Mr. Jason Tatum. Hell yes.
I love you, whoever you are. I love you. You can have a seat at my table.
Oh my God, this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you came to the right stream. These two guys are ginormous Celtics fans. We'll talk about it in just a second. That Futt knows what's going on. Chat's already into it. I just want to say this though. Sick. How about Isaiah Collier last night, big dog?
Can I say
man.
about that game? We were all kind of right because Collier went 4 of 13, but he was 10 and 10 with the double-double, and Keontae George off the bench at 30 points.
I think you're exactly right, V. We're all right. He's good. He's got potential, but he's also the tank commander.
At this point, I think that what they're truly trying to do with Isaiah Collier is they're trying to figure out if they can maybe have him be their starting point guard next year. And to do that, they're allowing him to run the offense. Because when he's on the court, he is running the offense. Like, there is no doubt that he is PG1 when he's on the court. And I think Keontae George is actually a better scoring shooting guard versus being a ball dominant point guard.
He's kind of like Anthony, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good comp for him.
Yep, exactly. So they need somebody to steer the ship. Unfortunately, it's a tanking ship right now, but maybe they're going to steer a progressively maybe winning ship next year. But anywho. All right, so let's get into it. Let's jump into this first game. We have the obviously a big battle in the East with the New York Knicks traveling to the other Garden. We got Battle of the Gardens, but we're going to the Boston Garden with the Celtics. Vsauce, you're very muted, just so you know. But hey, I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, but I hope he is because I like betting on him. But we'll talk about it later. Boys, are we ready to dive in? Anything else we want to talk about from last night or yesterday, or we want to just jump straight into what we got today?
Honestly,
shout out Luka.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he caused Vsauce to leave the stream early last night because he was tired.
I just wanted to be clear. It wasn't Luka that caused me to leave. It was the lame nicknames that so kept trying to cause me to leave. Okay. When I heard Merlin, I was out. I like Luka.
Luka Magic, Merlin, the King, Arthurian legend. There's something there. I'm telling you.
The Nuggets were very disappointing last night, unfortunately.
I can't leave this early. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, it's a good thing we're going to talk about your team now, so you can just be happy about that.
Let's just hope we get to watch them do what the Lakers did to the Nuggets yesterday. That would make me happy.
You're going to find out. All right, let's dive in. We're going to jump in. We'll start off with this early game. Get tips off here in the next 45 minutes. As I said, we are going to drop what you guys like in the chat. Let us know. You already been dropping some plays. Get involved. We are going to go game by game with you guys. We'll do an SGP for this one that we'll be kind of sweating out live for the rest of the show, and then we will pick a play in every single game after that to sweat out for the rest of the day. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, drop your plays. Let's get to it.
Boys, want to stop betting before we get into it? Shout out Jigsby. Yeah, Jigsby.
Hey.
Shout out. Sub.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Jigsby. Let's go. Appreciate you, Jigsby.
Boys. Let's take it to the Atlantic Division. We got the New York Knicks on the road at TD Garden. The Knicks coming into this one as an 8-point dog, over/under set at 232.5. Boys, we know that the Knicks have struggled against some of the top teams in the NBA this year. 0-3, I believe, 0-4 against OKC, the Celtics, and Cavaliers this year, with big losses in those games. What are we looking at in this one? Because with all the narrative surrounding the Knicks, it feels like a hard spot. Like, they got to respond to it, don't they?
Yeah, it's tough, man. The spread is kind of something I don't even want to have anything to do with, to be honest. I know Sook doesn't like betting on the Celtics anyway, so I'll kind of kick us off, kind of talking about a few things in this game.
There's a reason why when you said this is what we're doing last night, I just didn't respond. I was like, oh my God, a whole SGP? I can't even lay a straight on these dudes.
Well,
you should have seen last year in the playoffs when me and Sook would play back the games. He'd be like, cook up an SGP and then I'll make a graphic. I'm like, what do you like? He's like, just cook up an SGP and I'll make the graphic. Like, oh
He's like, I'm not even going to get involved with being
only for
involved with
Celtics games though. Every other game he's got plays.
100, lots of them. The first thing I wanted to throw to you guys is I do have bets in this game already. I have only one, but I looked at a couple of other things. The first thing that I locked in is Peyton Pritchard over 17.5 PRA. I don't really get this line. Maybe it's a trap. I don't really understand it though, boys. You guys know that he's going to be the first guy off the bench. He's probably going to end up playing 30 minutes or so. He's cooked the Knicks previously this season. He's been cooking over the last 5 to 6 games. This is just a set it and forget it spot for me. I like the points too if you'd rather go that route, but as you guys know, he is one of the best rebounding guards in the NBA, especially off the bench. He's good for a couple of assists. I think the 17.5 is a steal. So I got the 17.5 PRA. I like the threes too. It's over 2.5. It's a little juiced, but I just set it, forget it, 17.5 PRA. This could hit with just points. So and we all know with Pritchard, if the Celtics do end up winning by 20 plus at some point through the later portion of this game, he'll be out there running the offense, which helps the PRA even more. So, yeah, I know you guys probably are okay with it. Any thoughts on Pritchard?
I love that so much because the Knicks bench is just not good. And Joe Mazzulla is going to stagger the minutes, and Pritchard is going to face off against the lesser of the rotation for the Knicks. That 17.5, like you said, it could be a trap, but that's a trap I'm willing to fall into. That's cheese I'm going to lunge for.
I mean, I got minus 105 before we started. This line's already kind of moving, creeping up to the minus 110, minus 115 value. But the threes is a nice spot too, if you want to look that way. It's 2.5. Like I said, it's a little juiced, but he hit 8 last game. Mm-hmm. He hit 6 the last time he played against the Knicks in February or earlier this month. So, he's out there to shoot some threes, and he's going to take a shit ton of them. Look at that. I mean, the volume's there. So,
Speaking of threes, SPJ, I really like Sam Hauser's PRA. It's minus 115. Like you were just saying, he could get that in threes. If you think this is a blowout, Mr. Sam Hauser is going to get a few extra minutes. And once again, against that inferior Knicks bench rotation, I think the Celtics rotational bench players have an opportunity to excel.
Yeah, I really like this. I was looking at Sam Hauser yesterday. His over 2.5 rebounds or his the over 2.5 rebounds at plus money here was kind of speaking to me. He's hit this line in just 6 of his last 10, but 6 of his last 8 overall. But against the Knicks is where this line kind of goes hard. He does a lot of rebounding against this Knicks team, and the minutes have been fairly consistent at 20-ish per game. You can even, like I said, I like the points and rebounds at 7.5. The PRA is a great move too, but at 7.5, this is one of those things where I don't know. The Knicks defense has been terrible from 3-point. We know that they rank 30th in 3-point percentage allowed. It's a place where Sam Hauser kind of thrives. Getting a guy like this that shoots like 37%, but shoots 40% from 3 for 2 threes. I don't know, at plus 100 feels kind of nice in this spot for me. So I am on Sam Hauser's over 1.5 threes. I like the PR as well. Another guy.
Exciting whites, eh?
Exciting whites. Talking about exciting whites, let me talk to you about one more. No, I'm just kidding. I love Jason Tatum. But we're going to
pretty vanilla.
We're going to bet this guy. I'm sorry. I know that he hasn't been as a scorer at home, but an interesting thing I kind of found in these games is that on Sunday this season, and the reason I only bring up Sundays, I don't think days of the week really matter most, but it's the end of the week. Sometimes you're getting a lot of matinee games, especially with the Celtics, and a lot of early afternoon games that these guys play in during the season. The thing is these games are always a little bit harder to get up for and play in. Jason Tatum has 30 points, I think, in 6 of the 9 games. He's averaging 29.9 points per game in those games, shooting 56% from the field, 50% from 3. This is the game where they've had the time off. He has cooked the Knicks already twice this season for 40 points and 37 points. You're getting a line at 26.5 here. When the Knicks don't really have an answer, you can talk about Mikal Bridges, you can talk about OG Anunoby, but neither of those guys have been solid wing defenders this year. Neither of those guys have been anything to write home about. And Jason Tatum has obviously, as we've seen, cooked them twice this year. 37 and 40 points. He shot phenomenally from the field. And we know that this is a spot where he plays great against the Atlantic Division. He's cooked the entire Atlantic Division, whether it's the Sixers, the Raptors, or the Knicks. And I think it's more of the same tonight. So give me the over 26.5 points for Jason Tatum.
Today, but yeah. Just so, chat, just to know, we do know that they're playing the Knicks. There is another team. So I'll pivot us to moving towards the other team. Why, boys? I don't understand this line. I haven't bet it yet, but this was something that I just wanted to discuss with you guys in the chat as well. Josh Hart's points line is 12.5, and he has hit that with ease over the last 7 games. He's hitting 7 straight. Is it Tatum? He just talked about it for 2.5 minutes. So yeah, it is apparently.
Yeah, it is. Shout out Trent. I know that's him for sure.
Probably. Or Chelly. Yeah, so it's 12.5 for Josh Hart. I mean, it's, again, you guys can see the green. It's hitting 7 straight games. He's also had good games against the Celtics. He had 16 or 17 points when they played their last game. Didn't hit the game before that, but usually when he goes over, he gets to that 15, 16-point line, which is some nice plus money too. I don't know, man. I feel like that this is one of those situations where maybe it's a trap, but like, you guys know that Josh Hart's probably going to play 40 minutes in this game. I don't think it's a Celtic blowout. I think that this game does stay kind of close. So I like this line a lot. I did put him at 15 plus for a little lotto option, but what do you guys think of the 12.5?
The only thing that concerns me is a little bit of rust. We've seen some guys sometimes come back from an extended break, right, just with its injury or whatever, and show a little bit of rust shooting-wise. We saw it from Luka in those first couple games too. Obviously, he's playing with a new team. And Hart has, I think, historically played well against the Celtics, if I can remember. Yeah. So it's a good spot. The only thing that would concern me a little bit is the fact that he's been off for almost 12 days. But outside of that, I think it's a good spot. I do have Knicks props I wasn't going to talk about, chat, all right, before y'all get all
Sure.
All right. Is Cat. I think he's going to kill it on the boards today. He's been a guy that has been fantastic rebounding, hasn't been so far over the last 10 games. But we know that the Celtics have given up a lot of offensive rebounds this year. And it's been a place where they give up a lot of second chance points, even though the numbers may not reflect it because their defense has been top tier. But the fact is they give up a lot of big offensive rebounds in big moments. And I think that's somewhere where the Knicks are going to have to kind of put a little bit of emphasis on if they want to keep up with the Celtics team and with how bad their perimeter defense has been. At 11.5, when he's averaging just like, look at the numbers over the last 10, it feels like a spot where even the books are kind of telling us that Karl Anthony Towns is going to be attacking the glass. So I do like his rebounding prop tonight, over 11.5.
Today. They're playing 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Fuck.
Yeah, I like
Nobody,
this.
Ron. Nobody.
Guys, anybody in the chat, if you're new and you guys are coming to glaze the Celtics, you came to the right show.
2 Tatum fans in the chat today. I'm bricked.
You're having a great time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Well, then let's cook something up for this. I mean, if there's anything
I had
else
one more.
worth...
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
had one more. I just thought if we are leaning to a Celtics win, Celtics to cover, I think maybe we should
I'm not.
consider Miles McBride. You're
I'm
not.
I don't think
SPJ?
I don't think the Celtics covered. I think the Knicks possibly covered. I just said I think this game is going to stay relatively close. 2 blowouts that these teams have played this season. You think that they're going to get blown out again? I know that
Chat,
they're
correct
coming
me
off.
if I'm wrong. I think the Knicks are like 0-6 against the other top like 3-4 teams in the league. Like
I
they're
think it's
bad.
0-4 against the top 3, and they lost by like 20 points each time. 0-4 maybe.
I think I don't know if I don't think they get clapped. I think they keep it respectable. Maybe they lose by 10 or 12 or something, but I don't think they get clapped.
This is what I tell myself in the morning every day after my parlays don't hit.
Dude. Can we stop? Knicks lose by 25.
Next game,
Oh
please.
my god.
Hey, we got to cook a SGP for this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we do.
all right.
That's why I brought up this guy right here, Mr. X Nick, Mr. Unicorn, right? I think we got to talk about him,
Nick. Yeah.
right? He played just 25 minutes the last time these guys played, but he also hasn't played them this year. So I don't know. It feels like a spot where he could kind of come in and go off. He wasn't in those 2 games against the Knicks. He's playing at home, a place where he's been great this year. We know that he loves that home crowd. His over 2.5 threes feels like a good spot, maybe. For plus 145, okay. We could even take the 2+.
Yeah, the 2+ for the SGP, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
It's
ultimate first quarter wagon.
It's minus 245. You guys want to lay that in a lay?
Oh, maybe not. What about Hauser's 2 threes?
I'm down for Hauser. Definitely down for that.
Okay, right, Pingus.
All right, so then we'll start off with Hauser then. 2 threes, or do you guys want to do the PR or the points?
Gerald's parlay keeps evolving, Sook. It keeps evolving.
I really like Hauser PRA at 9.
I don't know if I can get it, but let me try.
Oh my god!
Not that I don't like it, I do like it.
I'm comfortable with the 2 threes as well. I also think that there's got to be, like, me and Sauce talk about this all the time. There's always one dude that's going to kill the Celtics from 3. I don't know if it's going to be McBride, Bridges, or OG, but definitely one of them, I feel like.
It's going to be somebody.
Okay. I'm just trying to find Hauser 2 threes or PRA to get going. Do you guys like anything with Pritchard?
Yeah, I'm down
like
for the
PRA.
points. Yeah. Or the PRA. You see that's what you're on, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the PRA. Do you guys want to just take the PRA, or would you rather just take like his threes too, over 2.5?
Let's take the PRA. We like his rebounding skills. We like him to, do a little bit of everything.
Okay. Yeah, book it. We're gonna go to that game next. Just a minute. One's thoughts on Clay's points. Yeesh.
Playing G State, right? Yeah.
Yeah. In the Bay. Jimmy's first game in the Bay. All right. So, Chad, if you guys want to sweat this out with us for this early game, holler. Otherwise, you guys can just skip it if you don't want to fuck with this game. Sam Hauser 2 threes, minus 115. PRA for
Pritchard.
Where is it? Pritchard. Yep. Pritchard for PRA is 17.5. Beauty. All right. Next, Tatum.
I mean, that's 3 Celtics. Then Chat's gonna burn us with the stage.
A Nick.
A Nick then. Two Knicks.
What about Josh Hart? You liked his points line?
I do. You guys want to just take it at 10?
What's his 2 threes?
Oh, that's gross, Sook. That's a sweat.
Somebody's going to fucking burn us.
His 12 points is minus 180. You guys down to throw that in?
Yeah.
Is Cat playing today? Yeah.
I think so. I'm seeing lines for him.
Have OG and Hart been confirmed, Chat? Can you check?
Right now, they should have been.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Josh Hart's game time, OG's game time. I'm still seeing lines for them, though, so I'd be surprised if they sat.
Chat, little free sauce from the Betalytics model. I got the Celtics minus 9, the 5-star play. Uh-oh.
I'm telling you, I think the Knicks fuck around and cover. Anything with Brunson? He doesn't really play very well against you guys, but he's...
Maybe his assists?
Somebody was saying his under on assists.
Really?
Yo,
Crazy Pellet and Hovey both like Precious.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's do Precious. I'm down for that.
Precious.
What do they like, the PR?
A novel.
Is it the PR
by
Hobie?
Sapphire.
Crazy Pellet has 7+ points.
Precious.
Josh Hart assists from Braun.
We already have his points.
Yeah, this is so fact. Gerald 100% does this. He either gets his rocks off by hitting a parlay or by shitting on the team to us.
Yeah, fair enough. What are we doing with Precious? My Precious.
Points?
PR points.
Analytics likes Brunson's points. They haven't projected for 30, and his line's 26.5.
Wow.
If we're looking for a next saying.
I'm seeing Precious PR 13.5. You like that, Hovey?
Ooh,
trust
I like
Hovey.
that
He
number.
knows his. I do too. He knows his team. Okay.
Yeah, he likes it.
Do you like Josh Hart 12 points? We could do something different with Hart, or we could take Brunson.
What's it?
So we know
Hart's PRA?
Um,
Because he's just a fucking monster, man.
his PRA.
I'm getting 27.5.
Yeah.
No. Seems low from Hoves.
Yeah. Well, he's coming off an injury. That's probably why.
It's that
I would assume
knee.
if he plays, though, Tibbs is going to run him out there for 40 minutes.
Yeah, and you know he's gonna drink 7,000 fucking coffees or whatever his order is.
Mm-hmm. His PRA is 26.5, minus 125. You want to do that for Hart? Just roll with a little bit of everything. Or his RA. We could take his RA. If we don't, I think he does score, though.
Let's do the PRA. Let's do the PRA and lock this in. We got 30 minutes, so we can start getting to these other games as well.
Sweet. All right, well, then we'll go with Josh Hart PRA, which is 26.5. It's plus 1,100. So Sam Hauser, 2 threes. Peyton Pritchard, over 18 or 18 plus PRA. Precious Achua, over 14 or 14 plus PR. And then Josh Hart, 27 plus PRA, plus 1,100.
Ooh, that's
Bing,
sexy.
bong, bang. Like it?
Bing, bong, bang.
Chat, how we feeling? You guys want to ride? Well,
Can't even
hope you
take
are, 'cause
Hauser on FD.
just go elsewhere, brother. There's lots of other places.
We'll wait for it. It'll come up.
I don't know. I think they probably are not going to throw it on there. I know he does play well against the Knicks too. I looked at his lines, his threes and his PA look nice. But all right, are we locking it in?
Lock it in.
Let's ride.
Even D
Plus
White's assists and rebound seems low at 7.5.
Plus 1,100 for Sam Hauser, 2 threes. Peyton Pritchard, 18 plus PRA. Precious Achua, 14 plus PR, and then Josh Hart, 27 plus PRA. Bing,
It will not
bong,
be posted.
bang.
It's just for you guys right here.
Just for you guys right here, right now. It'll get scrolling at the bottom of the screen though, so you can lock it in. Hey, there you go. Roll that way too. I do like them to cover. So just saying. I know I'm not going to bet it, but I think they do cover. All right.
All right.
Should we talk about Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks, who have been surprisingly fucking good since that debacle of a trade?
Yep. 5-1 since the trade. Kyrie averaging just under 30 points per game. Boys, I don't know. They look all right. Got Dallas coming in as a 9-point dog in this one. Over under set at 230.5. And let's just start off by answering Trent's question. Let's talk about Klay Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Can we bring up a Mr. Butters first?
Mr. Butters?
Hello, Mr. Butters.
Mr.
How's it
Butters?
going? Mr. Butters.
Oh, Mr.
Hello, good sir.
I was
How you doing?
like, oh my God. I thought I was missing out on some inside joke.
You are.
It's just Mr. Butters.
Mr. Butters.
Mr. Buttersworth.
How we doing? How we doing?
Good, Chef.
good,
How are
Chef.
you?
Good.
Oh, thank God, Kadar. We just locked in Hart. I'm glad he's playing.
I
Chef,
saw
we
a
just
rule
cooked
that I
Hart-
just assumed it was out.
Yeah, facts. We just locked in this parlay. If you'd like to ride it out with us, it's an SGP for the first game.
What do you got?
We have Sam Hauser for 2 threes, Peyton Pritchard 18 plus PRA, Precious Achua 14 plus PR, and then Josh Hart 27 plus PRA.
Okay, well, everything's locked, so.
Yeah, it's just because Hart and OG just got ruled in. So.
Oh, ruled in.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, let me make a banner for this. And then
All right, say that
talk.
again. It's unlocked. It's unlocked. Can you say it again?
Yep, Sam Hauser 2 threes.
Sam Hauser 2 threes. Okay.
Peyton Pritchard 18 plus PRA.
Wait, he's not even on the blue book.
Yeah, you got to do it. We did it. I did it on BetOnline. It's also on the green book. It's on
Peyton
other
Pritchard
books.
PRA is 17.5.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Precious Achua 14 plus PR.
Okay.
And then Josh Hart, 27 plus PRA
He's not on
20.
here too.
over 26. He just got ruled in, so that'll probably come back in a second.
Josh Hart 26.5 plus PRA.
Over 26 and a half, yep.
It's plus 100 on the. All I got was Peyton and Josh Hart. So.
No, you don't have a Chua?
Nope.
You can ride that two-teamer, I guess.
Yeah, locked in that play. Huh?
You can ride that two-teamer.
Oh, yeah, I'm riding that two-teamer.
Okay.
Nothing for the early game. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have my plays ready for you. I'm gonna put them in our play, and then I'm gonna and then I'll send it out. Nice. What are you guys talking about right now? Klay Thompson? That's cool.
Yeah, we're talking about the Mavericks and the Warriors. We were just about to talk about Klay Thompson, Chef, and how he's playing his former team once again. Third time in Golden State. Third time in Golden State. 22 and 29 points in the last two when he played there. 17 points in the last one. What are you guys looking at? And do you think Klay has another big game against his former team?
I feel like the 14.5 feels like a comfortable spot, something that he's not going to pole vault over, but it just seems like, I don't know. I want to take it as a straight. What do you guys think?
It's hard to ignore the narrative. I mean,
of course. I mean, if any team he shows out against specifically, it's his former team, and the numbers show. It's really hard to deny that. You know what I mean? So I'm very comfortable taking Klay, and I hate taking Klay.
His threes, it looks like a nice ladder spot too.
Yeah.
I mean, 4+ is plus 135. He's going to take probably 10 to 12, right?
I like it. I do have a couple of other plays. I like Klay though. Today, I think his PRA is also a move. He does a lot of everything, as you can see in these games against the Warriors. He's active on the glass. He's active in the assist department too, with 4 assists in that second game. But 14.5 feels like the most value that you're getting online for Klay, in my opinion. The 3.5 points is nice too, or 3.5 threes, but 14.5 points feels good.
I mean, he's got 14 threes in the last 3 games. If you want to play it safe, I kind of agree with V if you just want to take the threes.
I mean, I will mention what you said about the PRA does sound nice too, because there's going to be a lot of energy in this game, because it's also Jimmy Butler's first game for the Warriors in the Bay. So this is his first home game, and he's been really good since joining the team too. So there's going to be energy in there. There's going to be guys playing a little bit harder than what they would normally do on a regular Sunday game, you know.
Yeah.
So I like the PRA too. I like the threes. Obviously, he's going to shoot a bunch of them, but the PRA is a great look from V2 because he's had 26, 38, and 29 in his last 3 games against the Warriors.
Sorry, a quick aside. Did you guys see that thing where it was the Warriors timeout and they were all huddled, but on one side it was Draymond and Jimmy kind of using the whiteboard, drawing up plays, talking shit.
Yeah.
Completely aside from the rest of the team. V, I think you'll like that as a Kerr hater.
I think Kerr's stupid as fuck. I think that's just Jimmy and Draymond. Both very cerebral players, guys with a high basketball IQ and guys that see the game differently. I think they are honestly, if anything, discussing their defensive strategy, because we've seen in the 3-4 games Jimmy's played, he's picking up the other team's best player and he's putting an emphasis on that defensive side. And just because we're talking about him, he's another guy that I took today for 6+ assists. At plus 105, I love this line. Like you said, SPJ, it's his first home game. And what happens at home? Role players shoot the ball better. Who else shoots the ball better at home this year? Steph Curry. And that's another guy that I think is going to have a big fucking game today. I know all the narrative, everything, but I don't know if you guys remember. Go back to the beginning of the season when these two teams faced off. It was in November, and Steph was going bonkers. He had 37 points. He was yelling shit like, "You're going to leave me?" Right? Shit like that. It was insane. Now, fast forward a couple of months, they've lost back-to-back games against Klay Thompson. He's 1-2 in his career against this Mavs team now since Klay left, and it hasn't been the best. This is Jimmy's first home game. It's Jimmy's second game against this Dallas team since joining the Warriors, a game in which they lost just last week. Steph had 25 points in that one. He had 4 threes. I think today he's going to come in and kind of maybe go a little bit bonkers on this Mavericks team. He had 4. He's had 5+ threes in 4 of the last 6 games he's played them. And now with Jimmy, he's just shooting the ball way more. And this is what was very not concerning. This is what piqued my interest. 12, 13, and 13 threes. He's putting an emphasis on shooting threes against this team. And I think it's clear why. So
what do you guys think about Jimmy's rebounds? Because they're committing to him playing the 4.
I booked his RA. I love everything you said about his assists. I went the RA route, the 11.5. And because you like what you just said, his rebounds, he's been hitting the glass like crazy. He didn't get it last game against the Kings. I think a lot of people were on it last game. But as you mentioned, first home game, he's going to want to get in here and show out against, and he's been cooking. He cooked them when they played like a week ago because they've already played.
And I like it with V's logic.
Mavericks.
I like it with V's logic of Curry going crazy. If Curry's going crazy, they've literally said Jimmy's going to be the inside dude. Draymond's going to be on the outside facilitating, passing the ball off handoffs and whatnot. So it's going to be Jimmy on the emphasis of the offensive glass.
Yeah, I really like it, boys. Man, this game looks like it's going to be fun again. And it's nice that it's kind of a standalone game here, right in between the morning game and then the evening game.
Do we cook a SGP for this one too?
Sure.
Might have to. Sure. But should we get through a couple more games first before we cook this one?
Why?
All right, let's go. All right.
I mean, what are we waiting for? There's all the games are later. Like we can just go ahead and cook it while we're here, and then we can move on to the late slate. You know.
That's true. All right, let's cook.
Well, I want to mention another play before we get to that. We got to talk about Max Christie.
Yeah.
I mean, Max Christie has been absolutely destroying. I took his PRA at 19.5. You can take his points too at 12.5. That's a fine play as well. But as you can see, green as you like, since he joined this team, he's been great. He's been a big reason why they've been 5-1 since the trade. And I just don't see it stopping. Sook, you hit the nail on the head with this guy. He's good on the glass too. That's why I took his PRA. But like I said, the 12.5 points is also a great look as well. But I like the PRA a bunch. I had that free unit, so I like the 19.5.
Why don't we go Christie PRA, Clay threes, and one more thing.
Only 3 legs? You don't want to do 4?
All the best animals are 4 legs. I've always said this.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jimmy RA and Steph threes.
Sheffrey, do you know you're muted?
I don't think he did.
No, I forgot.
Do you have thoughts that you like in this game, Chef?
What game are we talking about?
Warriors.
Mavericks Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, I hate.
Hey,
we got a raid, boys.
We got raided. Let's go. Welcome.
Ooh.
Appreciate you stopping by, Snowman. Ho ho ho.
Who raided?
Yeah.
Snowman.
Who's Snowman? What happened?
Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah. Frosty the Snowman.
Sure.
Chef, what are you looking at for this game?
Clay PR.
PR. Okay.
PRA. Whatever. Because honestly, it's like I said, there's it's really tough to figure out the Mavericks and who's going to do what. Dinwiddie is so hot and cold. I'm a big fan of Christie PR, huge fan. But you look at guys like Dante Exum, which so much potential there. You look at Kyrie, you don't know if he's going to have a good RA game or a good points game. I mean, yeah, obviously Kyrie is trying to show out after Luka left, but I just feel like the consistency of Clay against his former team. I mean, what's the concern? Is that Jimmy's going to lock him up? Is Jimmy going to be on him, or is Jimmy going to be on
Kyrie?
Kyrie, yeah. So
probably on Kyrie, I would imagine.
Lots of switching. He'll have to deal with PJ and Najee and all of them.
Yeah,
PJ's also been very good.
Sit on the perimeter,
So should we do?
He's going to go 0 for 8.
So, should we do Clay PRA or PR? Do you like the PR better or the PRA?
Clay?
PR 7, yeah, PR 17 and a half.
Yeah, PR is fine.
Okay. All right, so Clay PR. Do you guys want to do Jimmy RA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we should probably talk about Moses Moody.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I just think he's been playing good, coming off a 22-point game. I think he's not really a 2 guard, so slotting into that 3 spot next to Jimmy is a lot of fun for him. Big body. He's kind of been he was drafted high, expected to be part of this team. Kuminga's out now, so I think it's Moody's time.
I like Moody a lot. I like him a lot.
Where's
His
Rusty?
PRA is 18.5.
He also he took 13 shots against this team just like a week and a half, maybe just over a week ago.
And we know that now that Jimmy and Draymond are the 4-5 there, neither of them are shooters. You need someone else to keep the defense honest while Curry runs around a billion screens.
His threes is also interesting. It's a little juiced for 2 threes, but he's made 2 threes in 10 of his last 13 games at home. He just, like you said, V, they just played and he took 8 threes in that game, made 2 of them, 2 of 8. So I mean, coming off a game where he's shooting the ball really well in a familiar arena, he's gonna kind of be forgotten, because they got to focus on Steph, Jimmy, etc. I'd be down to throw the 2 threes in the parlay if you guys want.
I'm down.
It's a good parlay piece.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Or, all right. So, let's see. We got Moses for 2. Steph for 5.
Mm-hmm. We can also take his points if you want at 25.
I mean, if he,
I think he's gonna cook today either way.
I agree. Let's take his points. Just take 25.
Yeah, safer.
All right. So we got Clay 17.5 PR, Jimmy 11.5 RA, Moses Moody 2 threes, and Steph for 25 points. You guys want to tap it off with Max Christie and then call it there? Or we want to add some PJ love? PJ's been really good too. He looked great coming back last game as well.
Not for some Max Christie love. He's also, I think, got a familiarity with this Warriors team just because they all played in the same division. He had 17 points against the Dubs this year as well, right? He's back in California. Might be a good spot for him.
PJ absolutely grubs against small ball lineups. He's done this against OKC multiple times and other teams that play very small. I think PJ's, if we want to make it a big parlay, then we could throw PJ boards in.
I'm not opposed to adding it, be like a 6 or 7 legger and have some fun.
Yeah.
We got Chef here. That's what he does. So
Sure.
Or
well, then so PJ rebounds then?
I'm
PJ
getting
Brown is a good look. I like that a lot.
8.5.
I'm down.
And then what do you guys want to do for Christie then?
I like the PRA that you were talking about.
PRA?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 20 and let me ladder it down a skosh.
Christie's threes is like kind of juiced, but not like a lot juiced, like minus 150, minus 160. Sook, how do you feel about that? Just to take your brain a little bit.
Yeah. Juiced 2 threes. That's a comfortable spot as well. I can't even get Christie PRA right now.
I've got it, shockingly. I like the threes, V. He usually only hits about 2 of them though, but he's been taking so many, and they need him to score like that because Kyrie gets doubled and they're swinging that ball around.
I think the situation becomes where he's a little excited that he doesn't have to just hang out in the corner anymore, and teams do know he hit the corner 3, so he can pump fake and put the ball off the deck and really get to the hole. So I think he's showing different layers to his game.
So he did have 16 points 2 nights ago with just 3 attempts. He had 2 of 3, but he only took 3 attempts. Still had 16 points. So that's why
he's been slashing. He's been getting to the bucket. Like he's been showing off that athleticism. Do you guys want to tap this off with? Because I feel like if we're gonna do what we're doing now, because I've got 6 legs and it's plus 24, 22. Should we make it 7 and we just add Kyrie for something? His RA looks nice. We got it. Kyrie's going to do something in this game. He's not going to just not show up.
I'm down for that.
You know?
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah.
He's been balling. The only reason I didn't bring him up was because of the Jimmy matchup, but dude should like hoop.
His RA is 9.5, which he didn't hit last game, but it's a little juice to the over. If we think Clay's going to go off, usually Kyrie's going to probably be facilitating that, I would imagine, for the most part. Do you guys want to, or do we just leave it? Not do Kyrie. It's plus 24, 22 with these 6 legs.
24-22 is kind of nice though for a little 6-legger. Let's do that.
All right, let's leave it there. So Clay over 17.5 PR, Jimmy over 11.5 RA, Moses Moody 2 threes, Steph 25 points, PJ Washington over 8.5 boards, and then Max Christie over 18.5 PRA. Yeah, spicy. That one will get posted because we got time until that one. But I'll go ahead and lock it in. Are we happy with that? Want to add anything? Take anything out?
Happy Pappy.
Happy.
Yeah.
Happy.
Happy. If you
All
read
right.
it to me one more time.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Can I read this off to the Green Goblins for real quick?
Of course.
Did you want to add anything to that slip, or can I lock it in? Are we good?
No, you can lock it in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then go for it.
We could do a collab. You guys want, you guys already ran that 4-teamer for
the first game.
yeah.
Yeah, it's scrolling at the bottom.
Hi. Hey.
Hi.
So I here's my thought process behind the Knicks game real quick. I know I'm interjecting.
Okay.
Didn't the Knicks just get clapped like horribly by Boston?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like bad, right?
27 points.
By what?
27 points.
Yeah, fucking horrible. What I'm thinking here is, I mean, you guys already did yours. Sorry, I know I'm dilly-dallying. So my thought is Peyton Pritchard PRA, a Derek White PRA, Drew Holiday 8 points, Jason Tatum 4 threes. He fucking cooked them the last time, and he's been hot as shit, right? AP usually cooks the Knicks. Had a dud last game. I think he comes out and the total or his lines are indicating a big game from him. 23 PRA. Those 5 legs plus 24.99. Oh, just dropped to 2,300.
Read it one more time for people listening so they can tell. I'm sure you'll post it.
Peyton Pritchard, regular line PRA. It's 17.5. You guys are on it. Love it. He's hit this in 9 of the last 10 games. Derek White buying up. PRA 23.5. Drew Holiday 8 points. Jason Tatum 4 threes. KP 23.5 PR. I might do Jaylen Brown 4 assists. Tatum 5 assists. And I think Brunson might get locked up.
Matt.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, cut the fucking stream and post the mega.
You guys like that? What do you think?
I like it, Chef. I think that's good.
I mean, who's going to score from the Knicks side? Anybody?
Cat?
Is he?
I don't know. I couldn't get there to the window besides Hart. Hart was the only guy I was like, okay.
Yeah, somebody, but who knows?
I mean, Cat has gotten locked up. Brunson's points. Actually, let's do Brunson. I'm going to do Brunson 25.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Because
Betalytics.
nobody else is scoring against them.
Betalytics likes him a lot.
Oh yeah, okay.
There's AP.
There he is.
I'll be a good time, AP. It looked like a blast. The pictures you sent.
All right, I'm gonna post it.
Yeah, get after it.
Love it, Chef.
Do you want me to tag you guys?
Yeah, I'm down.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I'm gonna go on mute and actually got a dip anyway.
All right,
See
Chef.
you guys.
Well, we love you.
Um,
Have a great Sunday.
I'll be posting our lay right after this, and I have a few things I'll send you. Do we know if Giannis is playing?
I don't tonight.
I don't know yet.
I think
it's
he's
gonna
still on
be
a
kind of
limit, though, judging by the lines.
If we feel like he's limited, then I love Dame RA. Brooke Lopez PR is free at this point. I know I said it last time. Cast in like the first half, I think.
Give us a Chef. Give us a leg before you leave, so we can go back to back like Friday.
Yeah, we need a Saucy 4.
Honestly, if Giannis is limited, I do like Dame RA. Bam points. He's been cooking lately. So I really like his points. I think that's it.
So Bam points or Lillard RA. I kind of like Bam's points. It looks nice. Not really great numbers against Milwaukee, but he's been great.
Yeah, Lillard, yeah.
Okay, so then let's go with Bam points then, Chef. Because then we don't have to depend on injury news with Giannis.
I mean, Lillard RA looks nice too, though, man. He had a triple-double against the Heat last time, Chef. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I like this a little better, I think, than Bam.
Let's do Lillard. Let's do that.
Lillard RA? All right.
Are we building the big guy now?
Should we talk about
No, we're just...
No, for getting Chef's leg for the Saucy 4.
Yeah. All right, Chef. We love you. Have a great day.
Boys. Love you, boys.
Appreciate you being here. We'll play some Saucy 4.
Bye.
Later, homie.
Bye, Chef.
Deuces.
Bye.
Later, Gator.
All
right, back to regularly scheduled programming.
Do we pick a play, though, for the Mavs game, for the big guy? We didn't pick a game for the big guy.
Should we just leave those two kind of standalones, and then now we just kind of start with this game and do that?
Sure. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Because if we catch 2 L's, then we start anew in the midday.
We're not catching any else. Nope. Shut it. That energy is not needed. We're going to the Clippers-Pacers game in Indiana. 3.5 point spread here towards the home team. Over-under set at 230.5. Boys, what are we looking at in this one, and who are we looking at?
This game seemed very interesting to me. I wanted to say that the Clippers steal one on the road, but the Pacers have been weirdly good. They dealt with the Grizzlies, and at home, they just thrive off the fast break, and playing it inside of Indiana, that home crowd gets behind them. The Clippers seem like they might be going the way of like the Rockets and the Grizzlies of kind of sliding and reeling. I don't know. I didn't put anything into this game because when I was labbing it, I just found a lot of question marks. What do you guys think?
Two teams I don't love betting on.
Yeah.
But the Pacers have been very good recently. So have the Clippers. I think it's kind of hard to not want to just kind of take some chalk here and take like James Harden for his assists. It's 8.5. It's plus money. He had 10 like in their last game when they played on the 6th of February. He had 21 potential assists in that game. We know the Pacers are going to run. It's in Indiana, and you know Harden's going to want to be a part of that. Facilitating and kind of having the ball in his hands a lot. So Harden not like the 8.5 for Harden to double is also a fine play, I think, too, for the even better value of plus 140. So I like Harden in this spot.
I was going to say the same thing as PJ. Betalytics also has him projected to go over his line here. They got it as a 3-star play. I think it's a spot where he's also due for some positive regression. As you can see, 8 and 7 assists over the last 2 games with 17 and 15 potential assists. He's been stacking up the potential of the last few games. Norm Powell didn't play in the last one. Neither did Kawhi, I believe. Both guys are still a game-time decision. But even with that, I think the way that the Pacers play, their pace of play, and the fact that they do give up a fair amount of fast break points, I think this could be a really good spot for James Harden. They also ranked 25th in assists allowed to the point guard position. And Zubac is a guy that we know could dominate inside very easily. in the pick and roll with James Harden. Amir Coffey. Okay, so you want to talk about him?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good look. The savvy vet looking to get paid in the offseason. He's going to be taking on guys like Nemhard and our guy Benedict Mathurin. I think Coffee threes PR. What are you thinking, Kadar?
What up, Daddy Beats? I'm not seeing lines for him right now.
Yeah.
Somebody in
But I
chat
like
said
it.
Kawhi 4 assists.
Can we go for an exciting white?
Of course.
I mean,
Chardonnay.
TJ McConnell has been awesome for the past couple. I mean, all season really, but he's been spectacular, man. His RA looks free, which is always scary. Or just his assists, 4.5 for plus money. Been absolutely cooking. His RA looks as green as you like. Great success against the Clippers. I mean, at home,
I mean, it feels kind of nice.
right? For the value.
For the value,
I mean,
for the hit rate, the head hit rate.
I mean, his assist is 4.5 for plus money. Like,
I do like that. I do.
his minutes are, he's going to probably only play 15 to 20, but he usually makes the most of it when he's out there.
What do you guys think about if we just took Indiana money line for the big guy? 5-star rated on Betalytics. I don't know. They've been good. If we think TJ has a top opportunity to show out, TJ's the kind of guy that like if he's playing well, the Pacers are like drubbing people.
I would actually very down to take the Pacers money line took.
Yeah.
Betalytics also has them projected for 119 points, winning this game by about like 5 points. 62% probability to cover or to win.
But I do like TJ.
Down for either.
Oh, what the
To
hell?
start us off. You guys know I hate the Pacers, but I'm down to put their money line in. I really do like TJ. I'm going to take TJ's probably his assist straight because for the plus money.
Let's take Pacers money line. I like we do have a lot of plays in this one. I think Zubac is another guy. PR. He's cooked Miles Turner in this matchup in his entire career. He's at 18 plus, I think, in 3 of the last 4 against him. Rebounds too, like 15, 12 in those couple games. He's been really good, and it's not by accident.
Zubac double is minus 245 for a reason. Pacers are poor on the glass.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
So Pacers money line then to get us started.
Yep.
Okay. I'm locking in the assist with you, Kadar. I'm taking McConnell 4.5 for plus money.
All right, should we move to the Pistons and the Hawks?
Let's keep it going.
Pistons and the Hawks or Suns Raptors?
Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to go. Wherever you want to go.
Yeah, we got the Suns and the Raptors. Phoenix going into this one as a 1.5 point road favorite. Over under set of 226.5. Boys, how the Suns have fallen. Is this one gonna get ugly? Scotty Barnes out for at least 2 weeks, I believe. Oh, is he playing tonight? I thought they were saying he's gonna be out for at least 2 weeks. Looks like he's off the injury report.
I never even heard that he was injured, my guy.
What?
Anyway, Sauce, what do you think about him in the game?
I have no clue because I didn't cap him. I thought he wasn't playing. I thought I saw a tweet that he's out for 2 weeks. I was literally going for a loop.
Did you get Sintelled?
Yeah.
Maybe. I have no idea. Now I'm thrown off. You guys, please lead the way.
This spread's weird to me, man.
That's what I was gonna say. I like the Raptors in this one. But KD loves playing in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to go right back to KD. He just
Assist?
cashed me. He just cashed me out yesterday with his assists. His PA looks nice. 28.5. He, as you said, he cooks the Raptors. And I think this game, they're still bad defensively. He had 35 points the last time they played last season. Mm-hmm. I do like his assists, but I think that he could probably I don't know. I like KD, man. I think the PA is probably my favorite line here, 29.5. Hit it last game. He's hit it in 4 of his last 5. And like I said, he had 35 and 30 in his last 2 games against the Raptors, so hitting the PA with just the points. But he's been very good facilitating this season, throughout his career, really, but this season especially. I like KD here.
I do like KD, but I also think we definitely got to talk about RJ Barrett. He is one of the top scoring fast break players in the entire association. We talked about this before. The outliers in fast break points per game are Christian Brown and RJ Barrett. They're sitting up there with guys like Giannis. The Suns are 25th in fast break points. They give up 16.8 per game. That's good for 25th. That's really fucking bad. Toronto at home is just so good. Those fans are awesome. I think we got to do like maybe RJ Barrett, AR, PR, or maybe it just is points. I think it's one of the most underrated things in wagering is finding a team that's really bad at something and then finding a player on the other side that's elite at that thing.
That's usually one of the first things that I bring into, especially for player props. If a
Mhm.
team struggles or really is not good at one particular thing, you find the player on the other team that is particularly
Outlandishly
good
good at it.
Yeah, exactly. I like his points, 21.5. 20, he's also coming off 27 and 29 in the last 2, so he's been cooking. 23 points when they played against Phoenix last season in Phoenix. This spread is funky. So it makes me think that the Raptors are going to come out and play well here.
And Phoenix is just like, that locker room after all that drama, they're just going down bad.
Mm-hmm. Is it a Dick kind of Sunday?
I mean, 12.5 points, that's a good spot for Dick.
Yeah, he doesn't really have great. He's been kind of up and down though. Maybe not. Maybe let just Grady just be Grady for a little while.
I don't know if
What
it's
about
because we made 2 SGPs, but now every time we go to a game, I'm like, SGP?
Ooh, SGP. Well, we can find one thing. Got a little SGP happy. I was just about to talk about that Asiatic. I mean, Booker also is in a good spot here. His RA looks nice, 10.5. What he just brought up, his PRA is good too. Especially against, not really great against the Raptors specifically, but yeah. Sauce, what do you think about the spread in this game? Do you think that there's
It's
a?
so
I know. Are you still thrown off because of the Scotty stuff?
it's so weird because like the 1.5 makes more sense with Scotty guys in the lineup, but it's still really, really weird with how bad the Raptors have been both defensively and on all sides of the ball this year. I don't know. It's hard. I can't find anything that I'm in love with in this game.
Do you guys just want to take KD and just move on?
Yeah. Sook?
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I do like the RJ play though.
Something.
The KD
20
assists or the RJ points at like 20. That's like my favorite thing to toss on the big guy.
Can we do KD PA?
Down to PA.
I do think he's going to score.
You were saying it's 29?
Let me just check. 20. Yeah, 29.5. So 30 plus.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
All right. Durant. Let's just talk about, since you know who keeps bringing it up, let's talk about total rebounds and then we'll move on. Just to at least talk about it on the screen. I mean,
Jakob.
Nick Richards ain't checking this guy. He hasn't really
We'll
had
get
any
there,
success
yo
against
boy
the
Skeet.
Suns.
We'll get there.
Word.
Boydell?
All right. Boydell. He's questionable.
He had 18 rebound chances, but 4 rebounds the last time these teams played, which is super weird to me.
That's what we saw last night with MPJ. Had fucking grease on his hands.
Dude, yesterday on playback when you were like, this guy's hairline is fucked, I laughed so hard.
I laughed so hard at that.
It's not fucked. He just gets a weird haircut where it's like he has a normal hairline, but he gets his like the start of his little curlies is like an inch back. So there's like a line of just like buzz cut hair within like it's just a strange haircut.
All right.
Give it
Next
all.
game. We got the Miami Heat rolling into Milwaukee. 5.5-point spread in this one. Over under set at 221.5. A lot of injury news still pending in this one. You got Hero, Giannis, and Dame all still questionable. Boys, what are we looking at in this one? And has any news come out yet since we've started this chat?
Let's see.
One guy I was looking at is Tyler Hero. He's a Milwaukee kid. He grew up in Wisconsin. He's played this team before. He's had 2 really bad games against them this year, 21 and 18 points. I don't know. He just hasn't had a good game in Milwaukee since like early last season. It feels like a spot where maybe he wants to have a big game, right? It's Sunday. You're home for the weekend. They haven't played since Friday, coming down from Toronto. You're going to definitely have some family, all that kind of stuff going on. You know, it's not often that you get a Sunday at home in your hometown, right? I feel like it's a good spot for him to kind of come out and ball, especially in a matchup that has been getting cooked by opposing point guards all season. It's kind of weird that he hasn't had a good game against his Bucks team because the matchup has been so fucking fire every time he plays them. But he just shoots really poorly. As you can see, 6 of 19, 5 of 14. But he's also coming off a 28-point game against the Raptors, and he had 40 going into the All-Star break.
This is why sorry, V. This is why sometimes the narrative plays are really, really funny because you're like, oh, the guy's going home. He's going to want to show it in front of family. Yeah, what if Mama Bear's feeding him too much? What if he's eating 3-4 times too many?
Or he's hanging out with his like homies from when he was younger and getting just a little rambunctious, you know?
Jovic RA, I was looking at that as well.
I like his threes. If we're gonna do anything hero related, the 3.5. He did hit 4 the last game, even though he didn't hit his points. And you know he's gonna take. He took 13 in that game and just had a bad shooting day. He's questionable though, but I do think he plays. So.
Well, V, you were on this a few days ago. What do you think about Andrew Wiggins? Any thoughts? The 16.5 has hit 80% of the time in his last 10. He's definitely in a new role here with the Heat. Seems like Eric Spoelstra's kind of fallen in love with this guy. We know he's got a winning pedigree. And if we're saying Tyler Hero's maybe eating too much lasagna, are we going with Andrew Wiggins to show out?
Possibly. The only thing that kind of concerns me is his one good game with the Heat here came in Toronto. We talked about that with the defense and everything like that. Again, it's another good matchup for him against Milwaukee tonight. I just I like the 16.5. It just didn't stand out to me as much tonight as it did on other nights, I guess.
Okay.
But again, like he's the guy that showed up in Toronto, had a big game. They went to overtime as well. That probably definitely helped. But he was kind of balling out of the gates. Maybe he kind of found his stride a little bit, and that's exactly what he needed, was that kind of game, and he keeps it going. But 16.5, it's a good line. He's a guy that's averaging well over this on the year. He's played really well, I think, and kind of shed all those bad things that were associated with him all the time. Like Andrew Wiggins isn't good, this and that. He's become a great starter in the NBA, and I think a piece that the Heat are going to want to keep moving forward.
And we talked about this, that at the trade deadline, the Heat quietly got 2 of the top 10 ISO defenders in the entire league. Andrew Wiggins, and we got to talk about probably Davion Mitchell, Mr. Off Night himself. I think that Spo puts him a little bit in the lineup as well. 10 is a lot. I don't know how much he'll play tonight, but I think Davion's always a good look as well, just because how good he is. And with Dame on the other side, they might deploy him a little extra to have Dame have an off night. Do you guys know his nickname is Off Night?
Yeah, you told us this.
Yeah.
But I agree. So even the one steal might be a good look too. Even the points line at 6.5. Like he's played 30 plus minutes now in these last 3 games, all with Miami. They brought these guys in on purpose. They want to go back to what their identity used to be, and that's defensive basketball. They got away from that last season and for a majority of this year. But as you can see over the last few games, they've kind of locked it in. 111 against the Raptors. Mavs game wasn't as good, but they held OKC to just 115 points which is good if you're looking at how good OKC has been this year. I think that Davion Mitchell's the guy that's going to see the minutes tonight, and he's playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. I don't know if you saw it, but he posted on the timeline a video of, I think, his defense that his brother, I guess, cut together with the hashtag first team. So
yeah, He's been tossed around in the league already. Think about it.
Mhm.
He's on his third team and in as many years, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What about his PRA, 13.5? Because, I mean, he's probably going to grab a couple rebounds, a couple assists, going to have the ball in his hands quite a bit. But
That's spicy,
just
SPJ.
just to be safe, I mean, the points makes a lot of sense because he's going to get, but he's hit the PRA with just the points.
I like that, to be honest. Especially for the reason that I said. Like, he might play a little extra because of Dame.
Just to mention Dame, we did talk about Dame earlier. We're not going to put Dame in this parlay just because Dame's 11.5 RA is chef's entry for the Saucy 4. So that's why we haven't talked about it. But love that play. Double-doubles on the table. Sprinkle the triple-double if you like it. So Dame is definitely a good look, just to mention that because we talked about it earlier.
I think if we are going to take Davion, I like the points more than the PRA. Just because he's a guy that really gets there on points. Like if he's going to get there, he's going to get the say like 8 points, 10 points, 10 points, 14, 15, 16, line 6.5. Now, he does have the odd game where he gets a lot of assists, maybe, but I feel like the points is exactly where he maybe thrives a little bit. If we want to take Davion, we don't have to. We can also take.
No, I mean, I'm down. Like, he's going to play the minutes. He's also one person that, like, because right now with this game, we don't know if Giannis is going to be on a minutes restriction and how much he's going to play. Dame is also game time. Tyler Hero's game time. So a lot of these guys probably end up playing, but we know Mitchell's going to play. Like, there's no injury designation on him, and he's been playing 30 minutes a game, as you showed, over the last 3. So I like the points. Should we just take that?
Let's just take that because we don't have to worry about Hero. And then we'll have Lopez for Chef. Or Dame, sorry, Dame for Chef, not Lopez.
Yeah, I love
Lopez PR. That's why I got confused.
Jovic RA is good because he rebounds. Kuzma is definitely a good look, but he's playing a new role, different minutes. Doc Rivers isn't a very good coach, so who knows if he's going to actually put him in places to succeed. So as Kuzma scares me, I haven't wagered him since he left, but Jovic RA definitely a good look, and I usually set it and forget it when that assist line is 3.5, and that's where it's sitting right now. You know who.
He just came back from. Is this his first game back from injury?
I
He was
think
out
so.
For a little bit. That's always kind of scary too. For a guy that's not like a bona fide starter, you know, like I mean, I think he should return and play substantially like he was previously, but
Yeah, he played against Toronto just 2 nights ago. He had 5 assists
and 5 rebounds.
Yeah, love me some Jovic. Still only 21 in his second season. This guy was a steal in the draft at 27.
His RA looks nice, like 7.5, definitely.
Consume tight.
All right, should we keep it rolling?
Of course.
All right. Here we go. We got the Pistons going into Atlanta as a 3.5 point favorite, over under set at 239.5. Boys, I'm just going to lead us off because there's one play I really, really like a lot in this game, and it's obviously no surprise, but it's Malik Beasley. It's Malik Beasley. This guy on the road this year has been an absolute wagon from 3, the points, whatever line you want to take it, over 3.5 for -120. I love that line. Looking at the away games, he's shooting 55% in his last 10 road games. That goes to 47% on the season. He's hit this line in 72% of his games. Now, look at Atlanta. His game log against Atlanta has been fantastic, not only because their perimeter defense sucks, 26th in three-pointers allowed, 26th in three-point percentage allowed, but again, I love narratives. It's who I am. Malik Beasley is from ATL. He grew up here. He loves playing here. And if you look at his numbers, he averages 16.9 points per game against them, shoots over 46% from 3, and he just cooks them. No matter what team he's playing for, he consistently cooks this team. And he's done it already 3 times this year. This 3-3s game was a 10-point win. I think that he just has another big game against them. Even if you're looking at the points department at 14.5, 15.5, if you want to take it there. He's had 22 points when he had 3 threes, and this one didn't shoot the best from 3. But I just think this ATL team is a team that gives up a lot of points. Malik Beasley is a guy that loves to play in road arenas and silence the crowd with that 3 ball. So give me the over 15.5 points and the over 3.5 threes. I took both today because.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course you did. I like it a lot. I'm down for his 3s if you want to do that in the big guy.
I am down. If anybody else has anything else,
I mean, I really like Cade, shockingly.
I love Cade. His assists?
Yeah, his
Yeah, me too.
his 9.5. He had 14 when they played on the 3rd of February, 11 the game before that. He's hit it in all 3 games they played this season. And as we know, the Hawks defense sucks. Even though he will probably have Dyson Daniels on him for most of the game, I don't think it. As Sook, we've talked about this on the show quite a lot. Like Cade is at the point now where like he's just so big that the way he's carrying the basketball doesn't matter who's guarding him really. So I think his assist is a great spot too. His double double is probably, let's see what the double double is, -155. His assist is -135 for 10. I like the Beasley play a lot, but I feel like 5 or 6 of those, threes that he's going to possibly make are going to come off Cade passes. So,
I agree.
I got one that I think the line is a little wrong, but it's super juiced. Jalen Duren for over 2.5 assists might be good for the big guy. In his last 10, he's averaging 4.1 assists per game. Against Atlanta in 2 games, he's only had 1.5 assists average. And on the road, only 2.5 assists on the road. But I think in his last 10, he's kind of showing who he's really become. I've talked about this guy so much about finally breaking out, and he's getting comfortable post All-Star break. So in his last 10, averaging 4.13 for the big guy seems kind of comfy.
You could take his RA too if you're a little hesitant on the assists make a lot of sense based on what we're seeing. But he's hit his RA in 5 straight games too, because we know he's good for some rebounds. And who on this Hawks team is going to guard him?
Yeah.
So his RA is 14.5. I like that too.
Especially in a matchup against like exactly what BetOnline talked about when they were on the show last time. Like these young guys on this Hawks roster, Duren should have an advantage against them.
Mm-hmm. Anything on the Hawks side worth mentioning? Dyson Daniels possibly?
Yep, that's exactly who I was about to talk about. He cooks this Pistons team. I don't know what it is about them, but he cooks this Pistons team, and mainly in the scoring department. He's played them 3 times this year, 18, 20, and 19 points this year. It's something about the matchup. I think it has something to do with the fact that him and Ivy were both drafted, I think, back-to-back or within 2 spots. But every time he goes into this building, anytime he plays this Pistons team, he's playing with a little bit of an edge, and it's this increase in volume. That is what I like the most here. 17 and 21 shots in the first 2 games, just 10 in that last one. But he also did take 10 free throws, which is very, very shocking for Dyson Daniels. He is not a guy that takes a lot of free throws in games. And the 3-point shot, 5 and 6 attempts in those first 2 games this season. You can take the PRA as well at 24.5. I believe it is 25.5 now. I still like it there. He's done a lot, both to crash the glass and in the assist department, especially over the last 10 games. You can see here he's averaging 10.9 potential assists and 12 rebound chances. He's also been a great offensive rebounder this year. I think that he's in a good spot to kind of take advantage of a Pistons guard rotation that isn't bad, but might be a little bit soft. So I think he takes advantage of matchups like that. So give me his over 15.5 points, I believe is the points line. Yeah, plus 100.
I mean, I like the PRA, but the points makes a lot of sense too.
This was going to be my Saucy entry.
Word. The points?
Yeah. The points or the PRA. We can obviously discuss it with you guys because I have money on the points already down to diversify, but let's just keep him out of the big guy.
Okay. Then let's pick. I'd say we go Beasley or Cade for the. I do like the Duren play too, so but I think the RA would be good too. I'm down for any of those for the big guy.
Cade was 8.5 or 9.5?
9.5.
The thing with Cade too, I think 24 potential assists in multiple games against the Hawks. It feels like whatever you can do, I can do better type of spot. You come in against Trae Young and it's like, watch this.
Mm-hmm.
The young guy, first All-Star. I like it.
Let's take Cade then. 10 assists. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep moving.
All right. This is the game that could get ugly. 13.5 point spread here with the Wizards going into Orlando. Over-under set at 216.5. Boys, the Magic choked away an ugly one the other day against the Grizzlies. They got to get the job done against the Wizards tonight, right?
Sure.
I don't know. Betalytics has the Wizards to cover as a 5-star play, and I have an official play in this one. I will be taking Mr. Kaishan George for over 7.5 assists and rebounds. He has been grubbing. Yes, the Wizards acquired both Chris Middleton and Marcus Smart at the deadline, but neither of those veterans will be in the lineup tonight. I think this man from Switzerland is definitely going to be in one of those situations that we've talked about before right now on today's show. They're going to see what they have with this guy. So give me Kaishan George over 7.5 assists and rebounds. Dude could get it on rebounds alone. He kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Lamar Odom type if he kind of can gain a little bit of confidence, get into the hole. So I love this kid. I think he's very, very good. His 7.5 assists and rebounds feels like a very comfy spot. It's an official straight from me.
I like this a lot, Sook. The rebounds
Yeah.
is a nice play too for plus money over 5.5.
Yep.
14.5, great number too for the PR.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would be down to take that because I was just going to talk about like straight up chalk with like Franz Wagner or Banchero.
Sure.
So I'm down to avoid the chalk. The only reason I was bringing up Franz, I'll just talk about it, not for the big guy though. He does kill the Wizards. Obviously, it's a great matchup. We know the Wizards give up a lot of points, ranked 30th in points allowed, and Franz has been kind of great since coming back from injury. Back-to-back 25-point games. That loss to Memphis was kind of ugly. He went cold in that second half, but he's been pretty good. Again, it's a good matchup for him, so it's not a bad play at 26.5. Same with Paolo, but Kaishan George, he might be a guy where you're not too worried about it in a blowout either. Hey, Suk?
No. 21 years old. He's going to play. You could go with Bub as well. Bub finally had his breakout game while SPJ was gone. We literally talked about it on stream while you weren't here. I was like, I'm still waiting for the Bub Carrington breakout game. We didn't bet it, SPJ, and it happened.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Just to go back to Franz, his 29.5 PA, I think, would be the way I'd take it. I like his points, but he does facilitate really well against the Wizards too. Hit that PA line in 6 straight games against Washington, and as you said, they're just dog water defensively. Just to throw one more wrench in the plan, but because I think we could also just take you can just take George and move on. But I mean, Jordan Poole has good success against the Magic. Also with no Middleton and no Brogdon in the lineup, like that means that Poole's going to have even more shots to take. I like his 22.5 points. The Magic have not been very good defensively, even though they're one of the better defensive teams statistically, as we've talked about. I think Poole can come in and have a bounce back game after not performing very well in the last one.
I like Poole points. I can get behind that.
I agree too. I think no Jalen Suggs is huge for this Magic defense, and it's the reason they've been getting cooked by guards.
Yep. He's going to take a lot of shots. Like, he kind of had a bad game that last one against Milwaukee, which with him. And but let's just take George. RA.
George RA? All right. I was going to ask you guys. That was going to be my Saucy 3.
All right, well, then let's leave it out.
I have 2 Saucy 3 options, so should I spoil the other one?
What's the other one? Yeah.
The other one was the play that I wrote about for the Cavs and Grizzlies game. Scribbles are already out on bettingnews.com. Evan Mobley over 31.5 PRA.
Let's just jump into it. I think that's the next game on the docket.
It is the next game. Talk to me, Suk, because I love that.
I motherfucking love me some Evan Mobley. He's hit this 8 of his last 10 games, including 5 straight. He's finally playing somebody that at his size can match his agility in JJJ. But the Grizzlies are on a road trip, their 5th game and last game of this road trip. They've gone 2-2. Evan Mobley is averaging 22 points per game in his last 5. I'm pretty sure he's been absolutely fantastic. 31.5 PRA. I absolutely love that play. That's an official straight for me as well. Peep the scribs.
Yeah, peep the scribbles. Dude, this total in this game is crazy.
Woo!
250.5 was the
both of these teams, last. SPJ, are tied for number 1 in the league at 122.8 points per game each.
I don't have the nuts to take the under, but I want to take the under real bad. But I like the Mobley PRA a lot.
I love Mobley. I took the points last night, so at 17.5. It scaled up not to 18.5. The PR, I think, is a great pivot as well. He's been great on the offensive glass. And I think that, this matchup with JJJ might be a little bit like initially you think tougher because he's a DPOY candidate. But I would argue his one-on-one defense against other stellar power forward center type positions is where he struggles. He's a great help defender. He can guard 1 through 5, and he's very quick in his movement. But it's those one-on-one games where you have a guy like Mobley whose footwork is prime, who has a great jump shot, a floater in the lane, and can honestly jam it on you. Like we saw what he did the other night. I think it's another spot. Same thing. More of that same thing. I think we should put this in the Saucy one and go back to Kaishan and the big guy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, so Kaishan George, RA from that Wizards Magic game for the big guy. Throw that in here. Where's that RA?
On the other side of the ball, while SPJ throws that in there, Desmond Bane.
Go, Rusty.
Yeah.
He scored just 16 points against the Magic. He shot 5 of 13. One of his worst shooting nights in the last, month almost. But he's a guy that's been consistently hitting this points line at 18.5. And Ja is back, and Ja is fantastic. But I would argue they've been leaning on Bane and Jaren Jackson to do more of the scoring than Ja in any certain way, right? Ja is a fantastic facilitator, and he's a great point guard, great at what he does. But it's no surprise that Jaren Jackson and Desmond Bane lead this team in points per game. You can see it right here. And we know that the Cavaliers are a team that if they have a defensive issue, it's at the guard position. It's not in the middle. And that's exactly where Bane could maybe take advantage because of his size and his strength. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I was actually just pulling up Bane's stuff when you were talking. So his PRA looks good too, V. Because he does kind of do a little bit of everything. And we talked about this Cavs backcourt. Like, they're great at scoring, but
They're
they
tiny.
do get. And Desmond Bane, as we know, is fucking
Yoked.
muscle man. Dude, he's even bigger in person. Because I went to that Grizzlies game, and he is a tank. That guy,
Thick boy.
he is a
Pudding
big
head.
boy.
W name.
Yeah, I like Bane a lot here too. Hard to not like a lot in this game just because of it being such a high total, and both of these teams do score at will. I mean, you could be chalky and just want to take some Donovan Mitchell stuff. Like his line's 27.5, and he hasn't hit that in 4 straight. Had 29 points when they played against the Grizzlies. When he played against the Grizzlies previously, I like his threes over 3.5. Hit 5 against them last game. Hit 5 his last game as well, even though he didn't hit his points line in that game.
What about our other boy, Strus?
Screws on the loose.
Man, he's just so like.
Maxi
every time we
pad?
talk about him, I look up and it's like I just picked the wrong thing.
That guy still owes me a 3 from the other night.
Exactly. I feel like he owes a lot of people a lot of things at this point. Max, those things catch up to you, brother. I like his RA. But
I do like Bane more than Struz, though.
same.
I like it, but I like Bane more than Struz, for being honest.
I agree.
I can get behind some Bane action.
Desmond, you guys want to do the PRA
Should we go with some Desmond Bane? Yeah, I'm down with some PRA.
or the points? Even just 18.5.
18.5 felt like a nice line, not going to lie.
Let's take that. I'm down
Let's
for
take the 18.
that. Okay.
Bing bong.
Couple more games, boys.
2 more games left, chat. We're getting through them all. How's that Celtics game going, Jack? Keep us posted. All right?
Should we
All
check
right.
in on our SGP before we move on?
Let's do it.
Peyton Pritchard has 2 rebounds, so that's 2 PRA. Hauser 0 for 1 from 3, but that's fine. He's only played 2 minutes so far. Josh Hart has 11 PRA the first quarter. That's a great start. And then what was the other leg? Precious.
Precious PR.
Precious hasn't seen the court yet.
Yeah, but he'll come in after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So we're cooking.
All right, we're cooking. All right, let's go. We got the San Antonio Spurs minus Victor Wembanyama going into New Orleans. A 1.5 point spread here towards the Pelicans. Over under set at 241.5. And boys, I can't remember the last time the Pelicans were favored in a game this year. So this one's kind of fishy to me. I don't know what we're looking at, but Suk, why don't you lead us off?
I am looking at a weird prop, something that I've never bet in my entire life, but I'm doing it. I'm doing Eves Missy for over 2.5 first quarter rebounds plus 105. The Spurs team is definitely in flux. They're missing Victor, and Bismack Biyombo might get the start again. And I just think that if Eves plays against him, I really do like that 3 rebounds. I also looked at his double-double. Guy hasn't got a double-double in almost 2 months. I'm very, very interested in this first quarter rebounding prop. If you see it there, it's pretty green.
I love a first quarter play.
I've never done one before unless I'm tailing one of you guys. It's one of my first ever I cooked myself.
They're fun. They're fun. It's great because you can just know pretty early on of like whether or not you're going to need it, and then you can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like a couple of other Pelicans, and I'm surprised V didn't lead us off with this because I know that he probably wants to bet this, but I like Zion again. He's cooking, man. I like his points at 24.5. You can take his PRA because of everything that he's doing, but I feel like that Zion's in one of those zones right now where he's just unguardable, and the Spurs don't really have anybody to guard him anyway, but he's especially unguardable right now. Mm-hmm. So 24.5 points for Zion feels very comfortable. The PRA, if you want to go that route, because his facilitating and his rebounding is good too, but I think the points is my favorite at 24.5, just to be chalky.
Where's Hovey? The fucking Knicks are getting clapped. Sorry, SPJ.
Are they really getting smoked right now?
Absolutely booty cheeks.
Oh my god. 30. It's the first quarter. Relax.
And just to talk about this too, like Zion has been on an absolute tear over the last 10 games. He's shooting 62%, but a lot of these shots are coming right here in the paint, and it's for good reason. It's because he's one of the best finishers at the rim in the game, if not the best. When you look at his percentages, nobody has finished as well as he does since Shaq. Right? It's a playing time issue with Zion more than anything else, but he's the guy that plays aggressive and plays hard in the limited time that he's going to get. 29, 33 points in the last 2 games, and now the Spurs are with a big, giant, gaping hole in the center. So, sure. Yeah, I did that on purpose.
I'm comfy with Zion points.
I'm down to Zion points too.
No, I want to do Zion points in the big guy, in the Saucy lay.
Oh, okay.
But what I can throw you guys as an alternative for this is Trey Murphy's RA. It's 10.5. We talked about it quite a bit on the show before. I think somebody brought it up in the chat. It's 10.5. He's been cooking in all categories. He's hit this in 2 straight games as well against the Spurs. One of those games being this season. Kind of ties in with the Zion points because Trey might pass him the ball a couple of times. But I like the RA at 10.5. I think that's just kind of a set it and forget it for now. This line was at 8.5 like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he's just been destroying it. And now he's been kicking it even more. And the Spurs struggle rebounding, assists. They struggle with everything. So I like the 10.5 RA for Murphy too. If we want to take something,
I like that a lot too because he might have lost one of their best rebounders.
Hauser got 2 boys.
Bing bong. Let's go.
3s or what?
2 threes, yeah.
That's that.
Shut up already.
Yeah.
My boy, Hauser.
Precious also has a rebound, so that's good.
Let's go.
He's in the game. We like that. Josh Hart with 9 points already too. Oh my God, we're moving and grooving.
I need some Derek White 3s now.
Peyton Pritchard with 4 RA.
Let's go.
All right. You guys want to do Murphy then?
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down to Murphy.
Sook, I don't think you want to do a first quarter play in our big guy.
No. I was just pitching that on its own.
Okay.
Could you imagine we get down to the last leg
it's a
quick 4-minute sweat because Missy only gets 4 minutes in the first quarter or some bullshit?
That would be funny.
Okay, should we move on?
So RA for
Trey.
Murphy?
Yeah.
All right. 10.5. I kind of like the Pelicans too, man. I think they win.
I think so.
I disagree.
You like the Spurs?
I think that Chris Paul has proven time and time again he gets his squad ready to play at home. the Pop News. Oh no, they're on the road, and the Pop News just hit. Sorry, and I think the team is. Did you guys see that? The Pop's probably not returning to the bench.
Yeah.
Like his career might end like this.
Yeah.
Sad
I think
to
it
see one of the
does.
greatest coaches, but you have to prioritize your health above everything else.
Of course. They might play with some emotion today because of that. You're right.
Yeah.
But with no Wimby, some of the other guys obviously, but Fox, I mean, Fox doesn't really have any type of relationship with Pop, so it's not like that's gonna help or hurt him. But all right, last game.
Last game, boys. Could be the game of the night. Full of some young stars on both sides of the ball. Unfortunately, Minnesota has been decimated by injury. But we got the Oklahoma City Thunder rolling in as a 9.5-point favorite. Over under set at 227.5. Boys, Ant, Shea, Jalen Williams, big names on both sides. Jaden McDaniels. What are we looking at in this one? Because this might be a defensive battle. Shea's actually gone under points line, under 25 points in back-to-back games, I think, for the first time this year.
Naz Reid cooks this team. Naz cooks this team. Absolutely. He is one of the he's one of the best second chance points guys in the entire NBA. And the Thunder, they're one of their only weaknesses on defense is second chance points. I really like Naz Reid's points and rebounds in this one, or Isaiah Hartenstein's assists. Those are the two that I like for the big guy.
I mean, his PRA looks nice too, Sook, because his assist is something he gets done as well. He had 7 assists the last time he played against the Thunder on the 13th of February.
Sorry.
I don't know. I like this Nas play a lot, the PR.
There's just not enough time between it happening and me realizing it's happening for me to hit the mute button. It's not like a cough where I know it's coming. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Chat, if you did not know, Vsauce is afflicted with permanent hiccups. He hiccups every day, multiple times. It's his burden.
Yeah.
Chat, just drop a dub. Drop a dub if you love Vsauce, like we all do.
I love Naz Reid, though, Ski. I do love Naz Reid. Look.
Let's take the PR and not overthink it.
I'm down. Let's take the PR. So last time you said this, I'm not going to say anything else. Let's just take it, and I'll give you your flowers after it hits.
He also had 14 rebounds when they played, and we know that the Thunder struggle on the glass. Chet and Hartenstein.
27 points against OKC is impressive, man. That was like 10 days ago.
Mm-hmm. All right, PR?
PR. Yeah.
Okay.
We got to talk about Shea, though.
Yeah.
Because at 30.5, his points line, you can even get it at 29.5 for a playable number here at minus 130, man. Back-to-back games, I think, for the first time all year, he's under 25 points. So this just feels like a spot where maybe you kind of got to go back to him. I know Jaden McDaniels and the defensive matchup might be tough, but he's cooked this team again and again. It's like even this year, 40 points, 37, 33. Do you guys think that he has another bad shooting night, or does he get back? I guess the last one was a little bit of a blowout, but he still played 32 minutes. Shot very poorly.
Playing his cousin again?
Mm-hmm. No.
No. It's Shea. Like,
it's Shea, right?
I also stared at Nas 8.5 assists and rebounds for plus money. Like that stared at me as a straight. His minutes scare me though, because he just played 43 minutes the other night, and that's a lot for him.
That was
just to go back to the Shea angle. If you are scared of his points, which I mean you shouldn't be because he's going to shoot a shit ton. His assist looks nice too. 6.5 for plus money. He had 9 against Minnesota when they played on the 13th on 14 potentials. He's also hit this in 4 of his last 5 games. We know that he can, get guys involved throughout the game. This defense might be a bit tougher for him, maybe, but I do like especially for the value of 6.5 for plus money. You can take the PA too if you're not comfortable just taking just the points at 36.5, just to kind of add that extra cushion with the assists.
I like that too.
I like that too.
Or his RA as well because he's good on the glass. It's over 10.5 or -122, and I mean his RA has been destroying against the. It's either like if you look at his graph against the Timberwolves, he either goes like fucking nuclear or doesn't even get close to hitting.
I think that the cool thing too is that the over has actually hit in 15 of the last 20 Thunder road games. Their defense, the defense they usually say travels, but the Thunder, for whatever reason, kind of rely on their scoring weirdly when they're on the road.
Interesting.
Yeah, that jumped out at me, SPJ.
It just reminded me of something too. So the Dallas Mavericks defense on the road has been fucking abysmal, especially their 3-point defense. So don't sleep on that because we might see a big game in that one too. Then
You just time traveled backwards an hour.
I did, I know, but you just reminded me of road defense.
That's B-Sauce's brain for you guys. Do you guys want to take Naz Reid's PR, or do we just want to take Shea's 30 points and call it there?
Oh, I like both. I can get behind either.
Let's take Naz's PR. I feel like we were set on that. Shea we can all take straight. I'll probably have him in some parlays anyways.
Sure. All right. So that means that's 7 legs, excuse me, plus 63.78. Not bad.
Ooh.
So Naz Reid, 28 plus PR plus 67 or 63.78.
You're getting much better odds than me, so shop around, chat.
Bang. There it is. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Talked about all of them. I don't think we avoided any game. I think we talked about every game.
Nope.
Talked about every game. Full slate lay, 2 SGPs, and a Saucy 4, chat. Come on. We made the most of this 2 hours.
We really did. Only an hour and 40, but yeah.
Hour and 40.
Should we put the Saucy 4 together then?
Yeah, let's do the Saucy 4, and then let's get out of here.
Dyson, PRA from me. I've decided.
All right. W, let's go. Padge, we love you, man. We love all you guys. Thanks for tapping in. Hope you enjoyed the show today, guys. We had a lot of new people tap in with us today. If you enjoyed the vibes, we do this every single day. Not always talking NBA on the Sauce team, but on the Betting News Network, we go live every day, talking college basketball, hockey, football, when football's around, and the NBA, obviously. So if you'd like the vibes, give us a follow and come back. We'll be back tomorrow live as well. All right, so Saucy Lay, you said Daniels, right? V?
Yep, PRA.
PRA, okay. Let me find. When Chef wants to do Dame RA.
Dame RA.
Dame RA.
And then I want to do Mr. Evan Mobley over 31.5 PRA.
All right.
I love that.
This tagged in. All right. Lillard over 11.5 RA. Where is Dyson? Mr. Daniel.
What are you thinking, Mr. SPJ?
That's what I know. I'm what is it called?
Zion.
Oh yeah.
What's the word? I can't think of the word. When you're like pushing something back, not procrastinating, but can't think of the word right now.
Kerfuffle.
That's a problem.
I know. I just wanted to say that word.
You said PRA for Mobley, right, sir?
Yeah.
All right, 32.5. And then Zion. You guys want to do Zion PRA or points?
It's your leg, whatever you feel stronger about.
You could do either one because it's Brooke. Oh no, it's Dame AR, so it's not like it's gonna all match.
That's true. Zion's PRA is 37.5. His points is 25.5. Let's just do the 25 plus for Zion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Zion 25, Mobley 32.5 PRA, Dyson Daniels 25.5 PRA, and then Dame Lillard 12 plus RA. It's plus 1029. That is your Saucy 4 for the vibes today. Love to see it. You guys happy? Happy Pappies?
Happy Pappy. Booked.
Let's go. That will get posted on the timeline chat. You got plenty of time for those because all those don't start until 6 Eastern, 5 Central. Let's go. We love Vsauce too.
Username.
W username. Before we tap it off, let's do a lotto for the vibes, and then we'll get out of here. guys want to start with something in the early game so then we can sweat out the late slate? I mean, Steph's threes, I feel like V just wants that to be in here so bad. You said how bad the Mavericks road defense was. He feels good about Steph.
I mean, I like Steph threes. I also like Jimmy's assists quite a bit. Christie. You could also take Clay. What do we not have in this SGP? Which leg do we not have in the SGP?
Let me have a gander. Wow, Peyton Pritchard, no threes. What are we doing, big dog? So we have Clay, 17.5 PR, Butler, 11.5 RA, Moses Moody, 2 threes, Steph, 25 points, PJ, 8.5 rebounds, and then Max Christie, PRA. Those are the 6 legs we have.
Where would we take Christie for 2 threes in this one?
It's not a lot of leg.
Oh, we're taking. Oh, sorry.
Sir, do you know where you are?
I do now. Sorry.
Are you sure?
This guy's gonna be such a senile old man. He's just gonna look up. He's like, "Where am I?"
Oh, bro, you don't even know. I basically have an innie. Like, you know what I mean?
Sheesh, dude. Yeah. So I don't know how you guys got through the whole show without me for an hour and a half.
I just had a
Chat kept it
flashback.
together.
I did my best to deal with Suck.
I know you did. We still love you, though. We still love you. Let's do Clay. Let's ride the narrative.
5 threes?
Five, yeah. Plus 250.
I mean, if he wasn't hucking them like he has been, I would argue against. But he's been tossing them at the hoop.
So we got Clay.
Mhm.
What about Beasley?
Threes?
2 threes. We could take 20 points.
You labbed it more, so which one are you feeling?
Yeah.
Let's take the 5 threes.
5 threes?
Wait, but the value might not actually be that great.
It's
Okay,
not
Asai, don't let his head get all big and shit, okay? Don't let his head get all big.
Chad, if you guys don't remember, this used to be just the me and V show
Yeah,
for a while.
okay. All right, we had 2 great fucking episodes before this guy
For a small
went his
moment.
way in.
5 threes for Malik Beasley's plus 175.
Yeah, that's kind of ugly for a lotto. Oh, Poole. We all liked Poole.
Jordan Poole for 30 points.
Not for 30.
Poole points or 5 threes.
I really like Dame double-double. That's going to be my submission.
Okay, Dame double-double.
Then I'm going Missy double-double.
Oh, suck.
Last time we hit one, didn't Missy double smack for us in the lotto?
We have hit a lotto with Missy double-double, but it was legit 2.5 months ago.
It's been a minute.
It hit though. It slapped.
Plus 500.
Okay, no.
It was like plus 650 last time we took it.
What about I do like Jaw double-double for a lotto piece.
Okay, let's do job.
I didn't talk about that at all.
I know, but I wrote about this game. I really like it.
You
His
labbed
assist
it.
is
You
plus
did lab
20.
it,
Yeah.
All right, Jaw Clay Dame.
Okay, so Clay 5 threes, Dame double-double, Ja double-double, plus 4310.
Spicy.
Job done. Nothing compares to the Collier comment. I'll never let him live that one down.
Flipper flopper.
You are a little pancake.
I think D White just got a 6th rebound for whoever was talking in chat.
Let's go.
Needed it.
Nice. That was your boy's skid, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Clay 5 threes, Dame double-double, Ja double-double, plus 4310. Locked it in. All right, boys. Chat. Vibes are high. What a day. That was fun. Saucy Sundays are back, baby. Big vibes all around. Again, if this is your first time tapping in with us, thanks for being here. We had a lot of new viewers. We appreciate you guys tapping in with us. We do this every Sunday, but we go live every single day on the Betting News Network, giving you guys our favorite bets and the vibes out there. We'll be live again tomorrow for Afternoon Bet Espresso at 5:30 Eastern, recapping the weekend, talking about the bets on tomorrow on Monday in college basketball, the NHL, and the NBA. So be sure to come and hang out with us. V will be with us tomorrow, I think, right, V?
Mm-hmm.
Mondays?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. I'll be there. Vibes are high. for that. So give us a follow right here on Twitch if you're watching us on Twitch, if you're watching us on YouTube, or if you're watching us on X. We appreciate you tuning in wherever you're tuning in from. Go follow these lovely amigos on the Twitter machine at BSauce with 3 A's, at Just Sook. Go follow myself. It's Webpan Jesus. Big shout out to our friend Chef T for stopping by at the beginning of the show as well. Go follow all of us at Your Betting News, and go check out bettingnews.com for free sports betting information every single day for free, just for you guys. Boys,
can we continue the show? Because I don't think I'm going to like my lunch.
I'm gonna go make pancakes. So
Yeah. Oh my God. Love you too, Big Booty Ho.
You had to say that
I had
out
to
loud
say
with the
one.
big boy voice.
One time you gotta say it, right?
Have a good day, man. Have a good day.
go.
We appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for tapping in. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for afternoon bet espresso. You guys came for the winners and you stay for the vibes, and we will see you on the next one. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about